Do you get better?
I like to think so.
Because you can see and you've had more life experiences, and therefore it gives you more of a capacity to engage in the interpretation,
Well,
even though you wrote it.
I think I know more about my limitations now, but I don't let that stop me. I don't let it get me down. I think I read a quote once. I think it was from Neil Diamond. Where are you in your life now? He said, well, I've forgiven myself for not being Beethoven.
Yeah.
And I read that and I went, I haven't forgiven myself for not being Beethoven. I always want to do something better. I always want to bring out what I have the potential to do. I recognize I'm limited in some aspects because I didn't get enough training. I didn't get enough education in what I want to know. But I'm curious about it now, and I'm more interested in it now. And I don't beat myself up over it now.
For those people like me who love music but can't perform, can't play, can't sing, it's a gift that you have to be able to have music inside of you, which started early on. I mean, because it is such a wonderful companion to have.
It's both a blessing and a curse.
Why is it a curse?
Because when you can't do it as well as you want to do it, it's very frustrating. It'll drive you crazy. Wanting to write something and not being able to get it down will really make you aggravated. However, when you can fulfill that, when you do write something good, that's a bliss.
Would you change anything about the life you lived? I mean, there has been ups and downs. I mean, are the downs the experience you have to have, that without those downs you wouldn't have become the man you are?
Yeah, I've had my issues, and they've been documented.
Yes, they have.
Anytime I was in a relationship with someone, if I messed up or I hurt them in some way, that I regret. To this day, I regret that, hurting anybody. I still think of this girl that I used to see when I was in my early 20s, and I hurt her without meaning to, but I did, and I still feel bad about it. I'm still trying to find out where she is so I can apologize. I probably overindulged. I come from a pub culture where at the end of the day, everybody goes to the bar and drinks. Well, I went too far with that, and I had to, pull that back in and get on top of that. And I regret that. But had I not done that, I might not have had those experiences to call on. Piano
Mid-70s?
Man I wrote it in 1973 when I was living in Los Angeles. I was working in a piano bar.
Under a pseudonym?
Yes, I was.
Now, what was going on?
I signed a bad deal. My first recording contract was a really bad deal. I signed away my copyrights, my publishing, my royalties, you name it, I signed it away. I was just so happy to get a record deal. I didn't know what I was signing. I didn't really have a lawyer representing me. So I realized this after about a year into this deal. I got to get out of this. That's when I moved to the West Coast, and I hid out. I got an attorney, I got an accountant. I said, I've got to get out of this deal. I'm not going to give them anything until I get out of this deal. And to make a living, I worked in a piano bar in the Wilshire District in LA, the executive room. And that's where Piano Man came from.
But you were there for only 6 months.
I did it for about 6 months, yes.